This is one of the. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to talk about this topic today. I've been thinking about it all week. I can't wait for you guys to see it. So as a sexual health educator, you know, I talk with a lot of people, young and old, gay, straight, whatever it may be. And one of the things that I hear often are some of the complaints that people have about either their partners, their one-night stands, whatever the case may be. And it had influenced me to make this video today. The top things or top mistakes that people are making while they're having sexual relationships. Now, all of these are my opinion. They're not set in stone, so they could be altered or they could be, you know, whatever. So starting off with communication and honesty. That is so important in a relationship. You can talk about the things that you do or do not like in the bed, outside the bed, knowing what kind of actual relationship is this. Is it strictly sex? Is it friends with benefits? Is it building a relationship for the long haul? And with this type of communication, you also want to talk about STDs and HIV. Don't be afraid to ask those questions, because if you don't ask, then you won't know. You should always try to have as much as an open and honest communication with your partner as much as possible, even with the one-night stand. The second thing on the list is lubrications, condoms, things that you can do to help prevent STDs, protect yourself, and protect your partner. That includes knowing what size condom you are, and in that case, size does matter. Knowing what kind of lubes work for you, water-based lube, silicone-based lube. Knowing if you're allergic to condoms. So if you are, knowing if you're allergic to latex, there's polyurethane, all this other things like that. Maybe even understanding what PrEP is and how it's used, and talking to your providers about being on PrEP, and talking to your partner about what is this best way for y'all as a couple or y'all as an entity to be able to make it the healthiest it can be. Next on the list is foreplay. I cannot stress this enough. Foreplay not only stimulates the body and prepares it for instant of sex, but it also is a way to get even more connected with your partner. You should take a lot more time with this and not try to race to the end, because it's really important to make sure that not only are you stimulated, but you're stimulating the mind as well and preparing it for an even better experience. Sex is sex, and porn is porn. Now, that's not saying that you can't have amazing porn-like sex, but it's acknowledging the fact that not every experience will be like what you see on porn movies. And this goes for any and everything. You don't need to bend like a pretzel. You don't need to bend like you're in yoga to have really fulfilling sex. It could be just as good with a condom, without a condom, with just laying on your back. You know, you don't have to be as aggressive like they show. And just know that it's great with or without that crazy wild sex. And also remember, you don't have to be pressured into feeling like you have to perform a certain way so you can have the best sex. Sex is good regardless. Unless, you know, you're bad at it. But that has nothing to do with porn. This one is so important. It's acknowledging whether you do or do not have any body issues. Look, we all have our own things that we judge about ourselves. We're our own worst critic. But never let that, or we shouldn't let that, disrupt ourselves from enjoying pleasure around sex. Find ways to navigate those uncomfortable situations. Having sex with the light off, you know, doing under a blanket. Learn to love yourself, and it will make the experience even so much more better. The interesting part about it is that if you're uncomfortable with your body, your partner is going to notice, and that's going to mess up the flow of the encounter. Last but not least, racing to the end. Look, sex is not about who finishes first. Sex is about the pleasure. Sex is about the intimacy, the stimulation. Take your time. There is no need to see who can climax first. There's no need to just get in it and quit it. I mean, unless you're doing a quickie, but by all means, do you. But most of the time, it's not a quickie situation. enjoy it, you know? Now, remember, this is just my list. This is not concrete. This is not like some scientific whatever. This is just some of the things that I've encountered while I'm having conversations with people. And I think it's important to share. Alright, so that's the top things on my list. Feel free to add more in the comments below. Press the like button if you haven't. Please press subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.